She woke up before you set your alarm, before your first notification, before your coffee maker clicked on, before the sun even touched the horizon. At 4:30 in the morning, an Amish wife is already an hour into her day. Most people have heard of the Amish, but almost nobody knows what a typical day actually looks like for the women holding these communities together. It's not a quaint lifestyle choice. It's one of the most physically demanding routines still practiced in the modern world, and spending 24 hours inside it will genuinely make you question how you spend your time. This is what a day in the life of an Amish wife actually looks like. By the time 4:30 hits, she's already dressed, which takes longer than you'd expect. A traditional Amish woman's morning dress involves a plain-colored frock, an apron, and a prayer covering called a cap, all pinned by hand since zippers are considered too worldly. No mirrors involved. This is muscle memory built over decades. The first task of the morning is lighting the wood stove, coal or wood, depending on the community and the season. This isn't a thermostat dial. This is kindling, patience, and knowing exactly how much heat the kitchen needs before the family wakes up. In the winter months, that fire also heats the water. There's no central heating waiting to kick in. Breakfast is not cereal. Breakfast is eggs gathered the night before, bread baked from scratch, sometimes scrapple or sausage from the family's own pigs, and coffee brewed on an open flame. In a large Amish household, which can run anywhere from 6 to 12 people, including children, this is a full production before 6 a.m. Amish kitchens are working kitchens in a way that modern kitchens stopped being a long time ago. No microwave, no dishwasher, no electric mixer. Everything is by hand or by simple mechanical tools. The work is real. The output is real. The food is real. After breakfast and after dishes are hand washed and dried, the actual workday begins. On farming days and on an Amish homestead, most days are farming days. That means feeding the chickens, collecting eggs, feeding livestock, and sometimes milking cows. The milking alone, depending on how many dairy cows the family keeps, can take over an hour. Laundry. On laundry day, which typically falls on Monday in most Amish communities, this process takes the entire morning. Clothes are washed in a wringer washer powered by a small gas engine, wrung out manually, and hung on outdoor lines to dry. In the winter, they freeze dry. Families with many children can run upward of 10 loads in a single morning. Somewhere in between all of this, she's also managing the children. Amish families average around 5 to 7 kids. The older ones help. Nobody asks them twice. Everyone contributes by the time they're old enough to carry something without dropping it. By midday, lunch needs to happen. Again, from scratch. Soup made from yesterday's leftovers. Bread, canned vegetables from the cellar, food that was preserved last fall during a week-long canning session that can produce over 300 jars for a single family. That canning process is worth pausing on. Every year, typically in late summer, Amish women spend days processing tomatoes, green beans, corn, pickles, and jams. This isn't a hobby. This is the family's food supply for the winter. If it doesn't get done, the shelves are bare in February. The stakes of that kind of domestic labor are different from anything most people deal with today. The afternoon brings sewing, mending, or quilting, and these tasks are both practical and communal. An Amish woman's quilting circle is also her social life. The two aren't separate. The blankets she makes are used on beds, sold to fund community needs, or given as wedding gifts. The work produces something lasting. It's also where news travels, decisions get made, and the community stays connected. If this is the kind of story you want more of, real lives, real routines, the stuff that doesn't trend but probably should, subscribe. We cover a new one every week. By late afternoon, dinner preparation starts. Amish evening meals are substantial because the physical labor demands it. Meat, vegetables, potatoes, homemade bread, and usually a dessert, pie or cake made with lard and fresh eggs. Everything is timed to be ready when the men come in from the fields. Getting that timing right consistently every single evening is its own skill. After dinner, dishes again, then family evening, which often involves reading scripture or the children doing schoolwork by lamplight, kerosene lamps, not overhead lights. The quality of that light changes the feel of an evening in a way that's hard to describe until you've sat in it. Bedtime comes early, not because they're tired of the day, but because tomorrow starts at 4:30 again. What's striking about all of this isn't the absence of technology. It's the presence of consequences. Every task directly feeds someone, clothes someone, heats someone, or keeps something running. There's no buffer between the work and its result. If the canning doesn't happen, the shelves are empty in February. If the fire isn't started, breakfast doesn't get made. Modern life has removed most of us from that loop. We outsource almost everything, and then sometimes wonder why nothing feels meaningful. The Amish didn't make that trade. Whether that's the right call is genuinely debatable, but watching what a single day produces, from a cold kitchen at 4:30 a.m. to a family fed and a homestead maintained, it's hard to argue there's nothing worth learning from it. YouTube's already lined up your next one. It's worth watching.